talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops, then find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry for spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? I hope everybody's had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hope all you Bama's had a great Thanksgiving, man. I know I did, man. Spent some time with some family, got some good food and everything like that. I hope all you guys are having a great Friday as well. Listen, I know there's some games going on, so I'm not going to keep you guys. All right, I wanted to get in and get out. Get in, get out, right? And talk about this. Now, this is the kicker for me. I I don't know why people. First of all, I'm blessed to get the information that I get. All right, I'm blessed to get the information that I get. I had about 3 plates. I had about 3 plates. Now I just stayed at the crib. Me and the wife and family. We ain't do no house hopping or nothing like that. We stayed at the crib. We had to watch them boys get the dub. Had to watch them boys get the dub. You know what I'm saying? Another Thanksgiving down, another Thanksgiving dub. So I had to watch. I had to watch that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So listen, let me tell you this. So shout out to my boy Rocky. I made my first sports bet ever. All right. Ever. Yesterday on the Cowboys game. First, I don't sports bet. I don't do that. Like I do like the little FanDuel stuff with my friends for fantasy league and stuff like that. But I don't do that. So I sent Rocky. I'm gonna bring it up. I sent Rocky my sports bet. I was like, hey, Rock, my first ever sports bet, man. This, you know what I'm saying? Because Rocky's into betting and stuff like that. Listen, I don't like losing money, right? But I don't understand the concept of sports betting, right? So I didn't know. I did like a $20 bet that was like for $1,000. And I thought I was in there. And Rocky was like, no, Scotty, that's what you call a long shot. I was like, oh shoot. Right. But I was close. I was close though. I was close. Let me bring this up. So this was my sports bet. Let me see. Let me open it up first. I don't be knowing what I be doing. Share screen window. Let me see if I can zoom this in. All right. So that was my sports bet, right? I thought I was good. I'm like, oh, this is easy money. I'm like, this easy money. $20 for a thou wow. I'm like, this easy. I'm like, of course these Bamas gotta score. And the receivers let me down. The receivers. Now, Tracy scored, Rico scored, but the receivers didn't let me down. I said, God almighty, hey, I thought I had it. I thought I was like $20 for a thou wow. I said, and CD had like 5 drops. Trash ass nigga. CD Lamb had like 5 drops, bro. I said, God, dog, man. Come on, baby. I thought I was in there though. I did think I was in there though. I thought I was good. I was like, oh, $20 for a thou wow. I'm like, they definitely gotta, dude, couldn't dog. Vegas be knowing, bro. Somebody put something in that Bama drink the night before the game. Somebody be doing, they knew what it was. Because CD Lamb not getting a TD, not even getting close to a TD. Like, it was so bad if you watch the game. They throwing inside corner routes to Kevon Turpin. They throwing fade goal line corner routes to Turpin. Turpin like 5'6". 5'6". You throwing corner routes to Turpin? I said, man, boy, oh boy, you talking about hurt? I was like, I just knew. So I'm telling Rocky, I'm like, oh man, he's like, Scotty, it's a long shot. I said, it's a long shot. I said, I felt like I was at the, boy, I was already spending the money. I was already spending the money in my head. I was like, oh yeah, 1,000, easy thou. Yeah, I'm gonna cash that out. I'm gonna get the kids the go-karts that they've been. I was already money spent. Money spent. Man. I said, boy. That was crazy. On my 3, but he just dog. He was having the worst. He had the worst drops. I'm talking about just. I'm telling you, bro. God, dog, man. I thought going to Disneyland for like 3 days. You know, Disneyland expensive. But we was going to Disneyland for like 3 days, maybe $2,000 probably give you about 2 days. But Jesus Christ, man. I was saying, what is going on? I just knew I was good. I thought the only one I was gonna have a problem with was gonna be Malik Neighbors. It was I thought it was gonna be either Rico Dow or Malik Neighbors. Rico Dow was running like he was a man possessed. I was like, okay, Rico. CD Lamb. Trash ass. Anyway, all right, let's get into today's show, man. Let me just say this. I don't know what it is about Grambling. Listen, man, that G don't really mean that much now. I'm sorry. I'm listen, y'all ain't gonna, people can agree to disagree. Listen, that G really be standing for garbage. Garbage. Just the program in shambles, the administration in shambles, your AD trash. Like garbage. It don't listen. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Anytime I wear my Grambling hoodie, if it does not have Grambling underneath of the G, people be like, big game this week. Because you know, I'm up here in Ohio, right? I'm up here in Ohio, and I'm like, big game this week. I'm like, big game this week. Yeah, them Bulldogs. I'm like, no, this isn't what you think it is. Oh, yeah. It's never your brand ain't branding. Bro, man, your brand ain't branded. Everybody thinks it's something else. Even with the color combination, everybody thinks it's something else. Every single time I wear something with just a G on it, big game. Go Dogs. I'll be like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'll be like, man. I'll be like, y'all, man. Y'all, this brand is not branding. It's not at all. At least with fam. If I wear a FAMU hoodie, I remember I went golfing in my FAMU polo. White lady was like, what's that snake there? And I was like, oh, this is FAMU. FAMU? I'm like, yeah, like it's a HBCU in Florida. Oh, that I like that. I like that there. So anytime it's more questions, right? Like if I wear FAMU, it's more of a question, like, what's that? FAMU? What's that? You know, I get a lot of that. But that G, go Dogs! Go Dogs. So yeah, it's just very different. Just very different. Yeah, no, she still didn't know. She just, but you know, she didn't assume though. She didn't assume. Go Dogs. That's what she did not assume. Let's talk a little Grambling. And let's start it off with a little. Let's start light before I get to the fraud alert. I should have had that. Wah, wah, wah. Anytime, you know, my new wah 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 sound. Niggas talking mad, but somebody gotta do it. Gotta put it on their neck, man. Somebody gotta do it. Hey, I gotta do it. It's my new fraud alert. When you hear this, niggas talking mad, but somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Tell me you trying to lose without telling me you trying to lose.
No, I haven't taken the play calling duties. Eric Dooley's still calling the plays. Like I said, you know, by week 4, I just got more involved. I just got more involved with it, and my thing is just to make sure that we putting our kids in the best situation. You know, when he's calling plays, and Coach Dooley's going to do that, he's going to put us in the best situation on Saturday.
Let me get this straight. So I just want to get this straight. If Dooley was putting you in the best situation, why would you need to get involved?
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with.
I just need to know. I'm just trying to have an understanding. Somebody help me help you. Somebody gotta help me help you. If you telling me that he putting you in the best situation. You know what? I'm gonna play it again.
No, I haven't taken the play calling duties. Eric Dooley is still calling the plays. Like I said, by week 4, I just got more involved. I just got more involved with it, and my thing is just to make sure that we putting our kids in the best situation. When he's calling plays, and Coach Dooley's going to do that, he's going to put us in the best situation on Saturday.
Again, somebody gonna make me. Somebody got listen. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and I damn sure ain't the most colorful crayon. Why would you have to be involved to make sure? Because that's what you said. See, you're contradicting yourself in your own statement. You're saying I got involved to make sure we're in the best situation, and that Dooley puts us in the best situation. But if he wasn't, the reason you're involved is because he was not putting you in the best situation. So why would you continue? Since week 4, even with your involvement, it still looked like ass. So again, I'ma ask, who does that? Who does that? Why would you continue? Why would you continue to put this man in a situation? Since week 4, he has not shown you the competency to put the people in the right spots, even with your help. So to me, that just tells me that you don't know what you're doing. Now, my conspiracy theory is this, and stay with me. Stay with me here. Stay with me. My conspiracy theory is this. What if Mickey Joseph is so tired of Grambling that he's self-sabotaging his own team? That's a thought. That's my conspiracy theory. Because if you're in the business of winning, again, if you're in the business of winning, why would you continue to hit your head against that wall? Do not understand it. I do not understand it. I don't get it. But that's my conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory is this is coming straight from Scotty. I ain't heard nothing. My conspiracy theory is this, is that Mickey Joseph is letting Dooley take the ship down because he doesn't want to be on the ship anymore. Who does that? And the reason I say that is because it just doesn't make sense to me why you continue to let this man call plays. There's nobody else in the building that can call plays. I mean, damn, I can call plays from the house. Give me a walkie-talkie. I can call plays right here from Ohio. Chirp, chirp. 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 Hit you with that old. Y'all remember that old Boost Mobile? Hey, where you at? Got the whole city behind me. I can hit you with the chirp. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Y'all remember them Boost Mobiles? Y'all remember them Boost Mobiles? So listen, win, lose, or draw. It is what it is. Now let's get into the fraud stuff. All right, let's get into a little fraud. I know that's what y'all here for. That's what y'all here for. Y'all here for the word on the street. Now this is what it is. Word on the street. Okay. Now again, everything spoken, because I gotta give myself a disclaimer. Everything on word of the street is gossip. It is not official because I don't break anything officially. That's what that's how I get out of, oh, Scotty said. This is all gossip. I'm just giving you the gossip like it's given to me. I don't want to leave y'all Bamas uninformed. So when it does happen, you can say, damn, I did hear about that. And if it doesn't happen, you're like, damn, Guess that gossip wasn't good. It wasn't good gossip. So again, everything stated in the Word on the Street segment is alleged. Allegedly. Right? Now, how you want to take it and roll with it, that's on you. Again, alleged. Now, Word on the Street is this. And see, that's why I came on my conspiracy theory. This is why I came on with that conspiracy theory. Word on the street is Mickey Joseph is on the verge of leaving. In verge, I mean contemplating leaving, right? So he's on the verge of contemplating of leaving because of whom? You already know. The trash can't do right, AD. Doctor can't get right. Now, from a source that was giving me the gossip was that Mickey Joseph does not feel that he has been given the resources and the necessary things to do his job at a very high level, and that Mickey Joseph was not his choice. He was kind of pushed into that direction to hire Mickey Joseph. So that is one of the things on Word on the Street is that now I wouldn't be mad at Mickey Joseph for leaving. Listen, leave. This nigga is trash. Why would anybody want to work for him? I would never understand. I truly will not understand, and it just gets better from here. I'm trying to tell you. Okay? So, continuing on. Now, this is where it gets good. So, word on the street, allegedly, that this woman with the big teeth, big smile, big teeth, her name is Courtney Davis. She was a former assistant athletic director at Grambling. Now, her time at Grambling, she was allegedly caught forging travel reimbursement checks of coaches and athletes. Now, I do not know the total amount of money that has come into or how much she was given in that. But you see, I wanted to bring her LinkedIn profile on here to show you, right, that she was working as an AD, assistant athletic director to AD. And she was allowed to resign instead of them firing her. Now, I got this confirmed by 3 or 4 sources that I have in the mix of about, Grambling, okay? Grambling. And the issue is this. A lot of people have the issue. The biggest issue is that she wasn't fired. So she has a job. Listen, she was able to resign because she took her ass over to LSU Alexandria. Now, if she was found guilty for charging these checks, there's no way she would be able to get that LSU at Alexandria job because she would have an ongoing investigation, right? Just want to be very clear, right? So they let her resign. The issue that a lot of people also have is this. She's been seen being back on campus. Now, you know how blatant you got to be stealing and then take your ass back to the scene of the crime? Like, most people are happy that they get away with it and they just go about their merry lives and say, oh, got me. Oh, slid out of that one. No, not Courtney Davis. Courtney Davis, she at the Bayou Classic right now, chilling with Dr. Can't Get Right. Like, this don't make no sense. If this is true, how in the blue hell do you allow somebody who stole from your institution, allegedly, right, back at the Bayou Classic chilling with the AD? To me, if you kicking it with a thief, allegedly, right, then you was part of the stealing. There's no way that if this woman was actually caught stealing, that you would want to associate yourself with her, being that you are in the position that you are and she worked in your department. Like, how dumb can you be? Well, Travion Scott, mark another one off. Mark another one off. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So once again, allegedly, word on the street is that the president and the AD let her resign, right? Let her resign. So that is it. Now, it gets even better. It gets even better. So allegedly, he has this thing called a junior AD. And a junior AD is somebody that Travion Scott likes very much. Again, likes very much, right? So he likes this person very much to do the job and gave this person title of junior AD. This person's name is Taylor Stewart. Now, I know Taylor works there personally. I know she works there because when I went to the spring game, she handed me my credentials. So I know she works there. Now, allegedly, she has the role, unofficial title. This has, like, there is no official title of junior AD. He gave it to said person, right? So he gives it to said person. And now said person, who is an undergrad student, she's an overseer of department financial transactions, checking time sheets of staffers, setting prices for game tickets. Now, granted, listen, first of all, again, who hires Dr. Can't Get Right? Like, I want to be very clear. Like, do you know how dumb? I don't even know how this Bama got on the list to be hired as an AD. Listen, let me tell you something, man. It is funny to, what I've learned about this HBCU, this space, right? What I've learned about this HBCU space is, you pick and choose who is redeemable and non-redeemable. Like, I'll give a perfect example for myself. I don't give a fuck who cancels me. I don't care. Oh, Scotty needs to be. I don't care. If you like me, I don't care if you don't like me, right? It doesn't bother me. But in the HBCU space, what I see a lot of times is that good old boy network is strong, and it's full of niggas. It is full of like dumb black stuff, and it's full of like dumb black people. And then at the top of that, it's like mixed in with a bunch of like bouginess with like, and it just doesn't make sense to me, right? Because of the people that you choose to celebrate and the people you choose to demean and push to the side. I never understand it. Like how somebody can have an incident over here and they never get another job again. And then somebody can have an incident over here or rumors of incidences, and they're allowed to continue to do what they do. I do not understand that. It just doesn't make sense to me of how we pick and choose who is allowed to keep going on and who is allowed to not ever work again. And you just never see them in the space anymore. They just, they're non-touchable, or they're like they are. Like they got COVID-22 or something. It's just crazy to me, right? So when I see this stuff, when you look at Travion Scott's resume, it's like, nigga, you had to know somebody to get your job. He's one of those dudes. Listen, he's one of those guys that you got to question everything on his resume, because if you really break it down, you're like, I don't know how you got this job. If you're talking about an unqualified if people are talking about unqualified white men and women, Travion Scott is the complete definition of an unqualified black man. And I'm just going to keep it a buck. And if you got a problem with it, I don't give a damn, right? it's just funny to me how he gets this. And listen, just because you have a doctor in front of your name does not make you smart. Just because you got letters in front of your name does not. Boy, listen, you talk like that dude is like, if Ashley Robinson is Optimus Prime, Travion Scott is the nigga on the Decepticons. Whoever the nigga is on top of the Decepticons, that is who Travion Scott is. Okay, Ashley Robinson is Optimus Prime. That nigga's the leader of the Decepticons. All right, because he is deceiving everybody out here in these streets. Very simple. Very simple. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. Megatron. Thank you. Megatron. That family is Megatron. Just out here deceiving Decepticons, everything. Oh, gosh. When I tell you, he's like the male version of OBG. For me. Like he's the male version of OBG. Like for real. Like no bull. And I do not understand how Grambling people take up for this nigga. Like for real. Like if you knew everything, like legit everything, you'd be like, how does this Bama have a job? I don't know. But we're gonna go in. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go deeper. We're gonna go deeper. Oh God, let's go. Let's go deeper. No homo. No Diddy. Let me see this. Okay. I want to read you something. I want to read you something. First of all, let me go here. Let me see where I want to go with this. I'm gonna go here first. All right, so I'm gonna read you. So I gotta set the stage because Scotty, they were Scotty. I gotta set the stage for you. I just want to set the stage for you. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm set the stage for you. Right. So bear with me while I get all this stuff. So let's start here. Right. And let me here, boom. Shrink this down. Slide this over. All right. I want y'all to read this. It says, Dr. Travion Scott was hired as a vice president. Let me know if y'all can see this, by the way. If y'all can't see this, I'll figure it out. But let me know if y'all can see. Oh, yeah. That's better. Oh, yeah, it's much better. All right. Dr. Travion Scott hired as the vice president of intercollegiate athletics at Grambling State on July 1st. Scott comes to Grambling State after spending 10 years. So listen, I'm trying to set the stage for you. That means he had been working at, if this was his hire date, right? If this was his hire date, that means he had been working at Southern since 2011. Can we all do the math on that? Can we do the math on that? Right? Everybody in agreement? If you're in agreement with me, I just want to listen. If everybody turn to their Bible, say amen. All right. If everybody understands what I'm saying, say amen. That means he was at Southern since 2011. Okay, just want to be on the same page. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right. Now, so here we go. Let's rock with this one. Scott comes to Grambling State for 10 years at Southern, where he was an athletic deputy director, chief operating officer, and all that, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we got that. Now, let's go here. Right, let's go here, shall we? Now, let me zoom in on this. Now, if anybody remembers, Southern University lacked institutional control. Now, when did this occur, Scotty? 2016. Look at the top, right? Let's read it together. Southern University lacked institutional control when it failed to monitor its eligibility certification process, did not properly apply financial aid rules, and did not comply with the Committee on Academic Performances and Penalties, according to Division I Committee or Infractions Panel. In total, the university improperly certified more than 200 student athletes doing a 6-year period in all 15 sports sponsored by the university. Let us continue. These were the infractions, penalties prescribed by the public reprimand, 5 years probation, vacation of records, and blah, blah, blah. You already said reduction of women's soccer, softball, baseball scholarships, football scholarships, women's volleyball, men's track, all that. Men's basketball, women's basketball, all of that. Do you understand? All right, I'm just trying to set the stage for you. Now, are they a part of a compliance? Absolutely. But I want to be very clear. I want to be very clear on why. How does somebody that is a part of an NCAA infraction for the last 6 years, you've been working there for 10, as the deputy athletic director, Dr. Travion Scott is responsible for the daily operations of Southern Athletic Program. Scott currently serves as a sports administration for football, women's basketball, softball, and men and women's track and field, while overseeing athletic department, NCAA compliance, student dog. Again, how do you get a job as the head AD at an...
Who does that?
How do you hire this Bama? He was a part of the problem. I don't care if you're involved in this. Listen to me. I don't give two crap. Ask FAMU what happened in that compliance area. A lot of them Bamas got gone. The white girl that was in compliance, they had to bring in a whole new people, whole new staff to get all that compliance stuff taken care of and all that certifying, uncertifying. Listen, I don't give two craps of what you're talking about. If you're a part of it, somehow, some way you were involved in it. Do not care. Do not care. You're involved some way, somehow. Either something you overlooked, because I look at it like this. I talked to an 80 in the SWAT, right? I talked to an 80 in the SWAT. And he told me, he said, Scotty, this is my issue. When the APR is good, right? When the APR is good, you get the credit for that. You get the credit for that. But when the APR is bad, you get the credit for that. Right? My whole thing is you're a part of the issue. I do not care. You're a part of the issue. You're a part of the culture. How in the blue hell do I hire somebody that's a part of the culture that is allowing this? It doesn't make sense to me. How do you allow somebody that goes from an institution that had NCAA infractions with Roman Banks? Because Roman Banks' name was all up in that jank too. Right? And then you allow him to come to your institution and he's fucking your athletics up. He's rocking your finance. Listen, man, let me say this. At the end of the day, you know what? I'm glad you said that. Inheriting the problem and not fixing it or creating the problem. Listen, there's a female AD, and I can't say everything I want to say because I don't want to expose. There's a female AD that got into a position where she had to deal with compliance issues. She wasn't the AD at the time. She came in and cleaned it up as much as she could, right? As much as she could, she cleaned it up to where it didn't fall back on the institution. That is what good administrators do. That they get into a position, they see the problem, they fix the problem, or they self-report the problem enough to where it's like, hey, listen, we got this. I came in here during this time. We're trying to fix this. We got this going on, blah, 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 right? My issue is I do not care. You were in the culture of it. You can't make me believe no otherwise. If you're okay, it said a 6-year period. It said a 6-year period. That's what the NCAA says. If you read that report, it says a 6-year period. He was still a part of Southern's culture. What are you talking about? If he had been working there for 10 years in the athletic department, how is he not a part of that? So again, and I got a text message from my homeboy says she's the associate AD talking about Taylor, right? Talking about Taylor. She wasn't associate AD. Was she the associate AD during this time? Because I went to the spring game. And let me see. What did he text me? Deputy AD, let me see. Let me see this. He said she's the deputy AD. I don't know if she was the deputy AD at this time, during the time that she was there, right? Because she's assistant athletic director. She could have been, could have not been. We'll see. But they say currently right now there's a male student. Let me stop. I'm not gonna do that. Right? So my issue is this. My issue is this, right? And I'm gonna keep saying this. There is a systemic issue. Okay, let me say this. There is a systemic issue that I believe, I'll say this. I believe that there's a systemic issue that Travion Scott is having at Grambling. And the effect is in multiple different ways, right? Because there are situations to me, like I'm always, to me, he should have been fired after the volleyball situation. You couldn't tell me no different. I do not care. You want to keep him after that? That's fine. Then he hires the Hugh Jackson situation. That's a whole debacle because of the coup that supposedly had been taking place to get Hugh Jackson out of the situation, right? So you got that situation. Then you come into the Mickey Joseph situation, and that's a debacle. So my question is at what point? And then the only real hire that you can give to him, I believe, is the female basketball coach. Now, I don't know if he hired the soccer team coach. I can't tell you on that one. But the female basketball coach is the only hire you can really credit him for that's actually doing well. Dante Jackson was hired by AD Paul Bryant, Dr. Bryant at Alabama A&M. So again, then you got the Art Brown situation of the national backlash of that. Now, me personally, I would have rolled with it. That's just me. But when you got bigger, you got, Doug Williams and all them big hands or whatever, they make that thing shake, right? My issue is this. There's too many issues. Listen, if the stuff that I am hearing, and some of the stuff I can't really say because it hasn't been confirmed, and that is it would be truly gossip if I said what I've heard, right? Because there's a lot of things coming down the pipe that I don't think are in the best benefit for Grambling, but I can't speak on it because I haven't had a couple confirmations to be like, yeah, Scotty, I've heard this too, or yeah, Scotty, I think this is coming down the pipe. But to me, from what you're seeing from Travion Scott, from the confirmed understanding I have over their athletic budget, yeah, he got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. And I don't understand why people are enamored with keeping this Bama. Like, he's not good. He's not at all. So to make me understand why Grambling people are fighting to keep him in position, why the president has not allowed his Bama to walk out the front door, I do not understand. Because listen, you can do bad all by yourself, and you can do a lot better than Travion Scott as your AD at Grambling University if you're the brand that you say you are. At this point, you got a better chance of hiring OBG. Go hire Tiffany Dawn Sykes. If you want to be in a situation like this, go bring her. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And again, if you're going back to the fraud report of the young lady allegedly getting the checks from different sports, let me read it. Let me read what I got. Right, I'm gonna read it verbatim. All right. The forged checks belong to coaches and student athletes from different sports: basketball, football, and baseball. The junior AD is an undergrad male student who is majoring in kinesiology or whatever. Rumor has it that I'm not going to go that far. Rumor has it that the young man, okay, not with the, but the, okay. I just want to get that. That is not. I just want I can't say it, but I'm trying to insinuate it because I'm not gonna say it. That the reason that the intern got the internship is because okay, right? So all of that, right? That has nothing to do with nothing at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, forging of the checks, allegedly, by the lady Courtney Davis, and then the sweeping it under the rug, letting her resign, still kicking it with her at the Bayou Classic, who allegedly like it just, man, come on, bro. That's just okay. Let me ask you this. If you had proof that your homeboy stole your laptop, right? Your homeboy stole your laptop. And then like you ask your friends, like, hey man, did you know? They're like, nah, man, I ain't even know. And then but you tell your boy, like, hey man, like he stole my laptop. If you catch your boy kicking it with the person that stole your laptop, you'd be like, you're just going to assume that they were in cahoots. Because why would you kick it with a thief? You know he stole from me. You're not worried that he might steal from you? Listen, man, just the nature of the beast. It is just the nature of the beast out here in these streets. But hey, listen, that's it, man. I told y'all before I get up out of here, I'm gonna just let the streets know. I'm gonna just let the streets know. I'm gonna just leave it at the altar before I get up out of here. And then from where you go is from where it go. Now, I'm gonna say this before I get up out of here. The thing that I've been debating with leaving the space is, do I leave it completely or do I just do like a small segment here and there? Right now, and I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. Right now, I think where I'm keeping it at is I'm gonna just do a FAMU show, right? Because my wife made a great point. She said, Kofi was an instrumental part of this channel, and that it will probably it's best to remember him to keep covering FAMU. So that's what's on the table right now. That I just I either completely leave or that I just cover FAMU. That would be my HBCU coverage. Is just FAMU. So just something to think about. I'll probably lean toward that way. If everything's even, I'll probably do that if I feel the necessary to do so. Look at this white brush. Don't even get me started on the UAPB stuff, please don't. But that's that's where I'm probably going to be headed, and just kind of keep that in rotation with FAMU and just having a FAMU show and me doing a FAMU show. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I'm gonna open the call-ons up for a little bit. 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. I hope Colorado is losing right now.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
Let me say this. Make sure you tune in today. FAMU plays at 4 o'clock on ESPN Plus. Make sure you guys tune in for that as the last game of the season. Hopefully that after this game we can see that we can see the defensive coordinator from FAMU get the boot. Let me say this, before I go to, man, it's snow. It is snowing outside here in Ohio. Just want to give y'all a heads up. I know you Bama's in the South is not experiencing this, but it is legit snowing out here in these streets in Ohio. Listen, Malik Hagans. Let me say this. FAMU, because you're the horse that I'm riding with. Go get Malik Hagans. Okay, he is now in the portal. Go get Malik Hagans. Go get him. Go get him. Okay, he's too good of a quarterback to not. He probably gonna go G5. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes G5. He's talented enough to go G5. So if he goes G5, I won't be mad. But if he goes anywhere FCS, FAMU gotta go get him. FAMU gotta go get him. Rocky, what's up? Coming to you.
What up, Scotty?
What's goody?
Hey, man, I just was doing some crack research myself, man. Looked like old girl, young lady, Miss Stewart, came from Southern with Travion Scott. Maybe they were a package deal or something like that. Because she worked at Southern prior to coming to Grambling. She's also a graduate of Grambling as well. So I just wanted to point that out too. That's what the newspaper reported. Let me see the newspaper. What's this newspaper called? Hold on. It's in Yahoo. It's on Yahoo. It says Stewart, a native of Stewart comes from Grambling, from Southern, where she worked as a director of marketing and development of head cheerleading coach.
Not head cheerleading coach.
Yeah, she came there with Travion Scott. This was September. You know, he was hired August of 2021. This press release is for September of 2021, and where she's hired as the associate AD. So I'm sure they knew each other at Grambling. I mean, at Southern, I'm saying. I'm sure they knew each other at Southern or something. I don't know if they were a package deal or they were brought there together, but she came 1 month after he did. And also she was a former Miss Cover Girl at Grambling State and a Grambling State cheerleader.
Lord have mercy.
She's got one hell of a resume. Just want to let you know.
It sounds like it. It definitely sounds like it. I know you over there watching your Colorado. What's the score?
I wasn't gonna even say nothing, Scott. I was gonna keep this about Grambling, man. I didn't want to,
What's the score?
You know what it is.
What's the score?
21-0, Scotty.
Oh, okay. It don't matter. It don't matter. They're not going to the college football playoffs. It don't matter.
Let me say this, Scotty. I want to say this as a 54-year-old man, and I want you to understand this. And maybe we can have this discussion in a longer form at some point. But in my lifetime, Deion Sanders, Shador, Shiloh, and I'll even throw Bucky in there, is the greatest college sports story I've ever witnessed live and lived through. It's the greatest sports story. And let me add Travis Hunter in there as well. Travis Hunter, that's the greatest sports story I've ever witnessed as a sports fan. From where he was 6 years ago to where they are now, it's the greatest sports story in my lifetime. And there's so many reasons, there's so many connecting pieces to it that we can't discuss it in this phone call. But just think about that as it unfolds, when you think about it. See, can you come up with a greater, a better sports story?
I don't care. I just want them to lose. I don't care. But I don't care if they do a movie about it.
And you know what the great thing about it is? HBCU's Jackson State is a big part of that sports story.
And they lost at the Celebration Bowl. So yeah, let's just keep them losses piling up.
No, I mean, this story is not about wins and losses, guys. It's not about wins and losses. This story is so much great. This is a story of humanity. This is human triumph. This is against the odds. This is
against the odds. What odds?
Yes. Yes.
What odds?
Which part of it do you want me to say?
Because the Ohio State was no odds.
We can talk about
the Ohio State wasn't odds. Colorado, I'll give you the Colorado.
I'm talking about going back 6 years ago when he's on NFL networks being a commentator to this moment right now. That's what I'm talking about. All of it, just about every aspect of it is against the odds. Him coaching his own son in high school, bringing him to college.
What? Whoa, time out. Bro, he took all of it. No, man, like, come on, man. Listen, you sound like a dude. You listen, you sound like Trump with alternative facts. He took his kids to Trinity Christian. He took over the program technically and was recruiting at a high level. Ask me what Trinity Christian is doing now without Deion. Deion has perfected the model that you're seeing just at every level. I go to Trinity Christian. I recruit for my kids because why? It's a private school, so I can recruit kids. I do that. I get talent around Shador, and we win. I go to Jackson. I do the same thing. I use my name and my cachet to get talent for my son. We win. I go to Colorado. What do we do again? I get talent around my kids for the Pac-12. We lose because we weren't good enough. And then I slip into a Big 12 that is ass this year, and we win. That's it. That's literally what it is. But every level, he's done the same thing. I'm Deion, and I bring my cachet, and my cachet brings in the talent. That just is what it is. If I'm being honest, the only other person I believe that could do what Deion did is either Cam Newton or maybe Michael Vick. But I would give it to more Cam Newton because he's more of a electric figure like Deion was. He's not Deion, but in the black culture, he's electric. And kids will go play for Cam Newton because he's electric. That's why his AAU program for 7-on-7 does so well, because kids want to go play for Cam Newton, right? So it's not, listen, the thing for me that I've always been frustrated with the whole Prime and Shador story is Shador without his dad? And I say no. I don't care what nobody says. Shador is not Shador without his dad. If he would have went to FAU, he would have been like, what's another kid? He would have been like, Scottie Pippen's son, where you're good, but you're not a top draft pick. You're just not, because you wouldn't have won at a high clip. And what happens is Deion is such a polarizing figure, and people want to know what he's doing, that the cameras are always around. So again, I'll give you a perfect example. Juju Lewis, right? And the kid from Michigan who went to Michigan, the number 1 player and the number 2 player. The number 1 player could be better than Juju at Michigan. But you know why he won't get the money? Because Juju's going to get all the hype because of the Deion train behind him. That's what it is. I think the only kid, in my personal opinion, that no matter where he would have been a star is Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, there's no pool, there's no pond that you could have put Travis Hunter in that he would not have been great. But I do think that they wouldn't have played him on both sides of the ball as much as Deion has. But just being great, absolutely. You could drop Travis Hunter at Tulsa, and he would have been a top 10 pick just because of his ability. But no, man, you can't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That part of the situation is that Shedeur without Deion Train pushing him, he's not the Shedeur you see today. He's just not.
Where would any of us be without the contribution of our father?
Oh my God, that's a good one, Rocky. Great comeback. I give you that. Let's say the same thing about players under Saban. You could say that about the quarterbacks, right? Most of Saban's quarterbacks have been bad. The only running back that was really bad was Trent Richardson. I think Najee Harris is kind of like on the borderline of cusp of like decent, but most of the wide receivers have been good. Most of the defensive players have been good. Most of the old linemen from Alabama have been good. So you really can't say that because a lot of the players have translated to the league and they're talented. So I can't really give you that one. But quarterbacks, absolutely. Alabama quarterbacks have been ass, right? Bryce Young, and the jury's still out on Bryce Young, right? So let's be very clear about that. But other than that, it is what it is. No, there's no compare. There is literally no comparison. Are you seriously telling me that Saban has got his notoriety because of the wins and the way he dominated. Deion got all his notoriety because he was Deion Sanders, of what he did in the league. It really wasn't anything that he accomplished. Even at Jackson State, it wasn't anything that he accomplished. It was still that he's Deion Sanders. Like, you're like, okay, he won, but he could never win the big game. And then anytime he gets into a big game, what does he do? He loses. The Kansas game, you controlled your destiny, you lose. Nothing about Deion is because of he's a great coach. It's all because of Deion is a great promoter. Deion is a great marketer, right? It's not. Nick Saban built his brand off of winning. Off of winning. Off of winning. I forgot about Jalen. But does he really get credit for that though? Like, because let's keep it a buck. Because if Jalen stays at Alabama, he's kind of like like maybe a 4th, 5th round pick, maybe. Like him going to Oklahoma and being in. Did he win the Heisman or was he in the Heisman discussion? I don't know I can't remember if he won the Heisman, if he was in the Heisman discussion. But I think he's in the Heisman. I don't think he won the Heisman, but he's in the Heisman discussion. But I don't think if he goes to Oklahoma that he doesn't get drafted the way he gets drafted because of the Bama. What's the Bama from USC? I can't remember his name right now. Jalen Hurts wasn't bad, but he was better at OU. That's what I'm saying. No, that's not. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my gosh. The issue is this. Lincoln Riley, thank you. The issue is not that Deion is because Shedeur throws the ball because he's Deion's son. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, the notoriety would not have been there. Okay, give me a perfect example. They went 4-7 last year, and they were on every national television show. It wasn't because of Shedeur. Again, the dumb shit that y'all say, it was not because of Shedeur. You get the national spotlight because of Deion. Shedeur is an after effect of that. You get to see what Shedeur can do, but his dad puts him on the primetime television. Again, if Shedeur would have took his ass to FAU, nobody would care. Nobody would care. He would have had to have transferred to a big time program to get half the attention that he's getting. And I mean half. Shador would have had to go to LSU. He would have had the transfer from FAU. He would have had to go to LSU. He would have had to go to Alabama. He would have had to go to Ohio State. He would have had to go to a big time program to get half of the attention that he's getting right now. Bobby, coming to you.
Just add that he would have had to go to a big program, then beat out their starter.
And beat out the starter. Not automatically walk in with the job. But go ahead, Bobby. Absolutely.
These people, right, can't name me one player in football history who had the same coach from Little League into college.
Dog.
These people cannot give me one. And heaven forbid that this one coach happens to be an all-time great and likable.
And they trying to get him to go to the league with him too. Like, that's crazy.
So imagine if he keeps his dad all the way up into the NFL, bro. He's never had competition because his dad's not going to bench him. He might threaten him, but he's not going to bench him. Not for real, for real. So he's never had competition for his position. His dad has always been his coach. And nobody can give me another person in football history who's had that kind of advantage going into anything. Hell, anything. Same coach.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'll say this,
so,
right?
And it's not good. He's really that $1 million baby that people talk about, man. Like he's been to the Manning camp. He trains with
Tom Brady.
So he gets nuggets of knowledge from Hall of Famers. What other kid have you heard gets that in the same way? He gets the best training. He gets the best this, the best that. And he's supposed to be good. I'm like, anybody could be good given those types of advantages.
I'll say this is because I mean Michael Jordan's kids were bad, but we get the point. But
Jordan didn't have his finger on him like that.
My thing is this, right? That's a great point. Is it black privilege? And to me, like it is, because which is cool, right? It's cool, but it's like but this is the part that I can judge myself on, right? Because I look at it like this. You can't blame Shador for his father's ability to provide him a life that most kids are not able to have. That's like, what used to bother me when I was growing up is people getting mad at other kids for a life that their parents were able to provide for them. That you're just like, their parents are able to do that, right? Because I remember when I watched a thing with Dion one time. He said football is the family business, and if that's the case, it's no different than a dad walking their kid from high school all the way up into their own law office. It's no different. It's just on it's on a more public scale than, you being in college football and everything like that. But it's literally the same process of him. If you walking your son, if you own the law office and you being able to walk your son, but then, okay, but if we're gonna go dive even deeper, it's like your dad is your professor. You know what I'm saying? Like your dad is your professor. Your dad is grading your score. Your dad gives you, he's giving you the LSAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, in law school, when you're at law school, he's also your professor there. And then it's crazy to think of it like that, but that's essentially what it is. So it's like, can you be? Well, go ahead, B.
I was about to say for the overarching piece of it all, I love it. I love what Bron is doing with Bronny. I love what Dion is doing with Shador, because in history we haven't been able to really watch us dictate a market like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's beautiful. Beautiful. Now, when we talk about the game, you know, Eli, and I'll give a good comparison. Eli and Peyton were no mistake. Their dad is Archie. You know what I mean? Like, they got the best coaching they could get. Their dad's name rung bells when they went places and they got what they needed. So I'm not knocking Dion for what he's doing, but when we talk about the game of football, Shedeur would not be in the position he's in just based on his sheer talent. But he's good. You get what I'm saying?
I definitely understand what you're saying. I would
he's
have.
not a power five guy. He's not a power four guy. He's a group of five guy.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I think he's a power four kid. I really do. Now, do I think he would have beat out like Alabama quarterbacks and like do I think he beats out Jalen Milroe? Maybe because of what DeBoer likes to do. You see what I'm saying? Like maybe DeBoer wants a more pocket passer than a runner, but just off talent wise, then no. You know what I'm saying? You go with Jalen Milroe because he's more electric, he's more talented, but it all depends on what you're looking for. Can he beat out Will Howard at Ohio State? Maybe. Could he beat out Penn State's quarterback? Maybe. He definitely could play at Maryland. You see, you know, so if you get to the lower level power fours, you like, absolutely. Shedeur can play at Rutgers. He can play at Nebraska. He can play at, you know what I'm saying, like he can play at Oklahoma State. You know what I'm saying? Like he's talented enough to do that. My thing is he a top 5 pick? Because top 5 picks carry teams. And I don't know if I don't know if Shedeur could carry a team. That I do not know. That I do not believe. That's why I wouldn't say, I say he's not a top 5 pick because he cannot carry a team. He's not an
off day one come in.
Yeah, like to me, he's one of those dudes that gotta go to the right scenario, right? Like he has to go. He's the Dak Prescott of the world. He's the Jalen Hurts of the world, to where if you get in a really good situation, you can really see how he blossoms. But if he goes to a situation like Bryce Young at Carolina, he will look just as bad. He'll look just as bad.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents on that.
I'm with you. Hey, my brother, happy Thanksgiving to you and the fam. You know, it's cold here in Tampa with, 75-degree weather.
Bye, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. 6023 down, coming to you, Rock.
Scotty, what's good, man? This Chris from Dallas. How you doing?
What's up, Chris? Aren't you the Grambling fan, right?
Nah, I ain't never been a Grambling fan
Mississippi
in my
State?
life. You almost definitely an Ole Miss rebel.
Yeah, it was
me.
one of them. It was one. I remember. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, y'all.
And I'm hurt right now, bro. I'm hurt right now, bro.
Hey.
I don't even want to talk about it. I'm hurt. I just want to beat the hell out of state.
No. We not talking about no Egg Bowl because you know you're gonna win the Egg Bowl. We ain't talking about that. We talking about DJ Lagway and them Florida boys gave y'all that ass whooping. They did. They did.
They did. I have nothing to say about that. Absolutely nothing to say about that. But what I want to say is this on this Shedeur and Travis for this right here. But it ain't really for me. Now I done played football, you know what I'm saying, my whole life, all the way to college. I have not seen what I need to see out of Travis and Shedeur. It's not about what you can do. Or it's not about your skill set. Your skill set can be, whatever, elite, whatever. But it's all about who you lining up against, man. Like, I'm not seeing no competition in no Big 12. I ain't seen it the whole year. I don't know what they can do.
That's fair.
honestly, I need to see that smoke, man. I need to see real heat on that ass for me to judge him for me to really just give him an honest, okay, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it.
Listen, I'm not going to 100% agree with you because I'm going to get killed in these comments, but I do like 80% agree with you. And this is why. I would love to see Travis go against the Bama from Ohio State, the freshman from Ohio State.
Yes.
I would love to see Travis go against Ryan from Alabama, right? Like, I would like to see those type of matchups, and you don't see a lot of those matchups in the Big 12 who are guys that are highly regarded in their position. And
you said you don't see a lot of it?
Yeah, no, you don't see a lot of those highly touted guys in those positions.
You don't see any of it.
Yeah,
listen. You don't see any of it.
Listen, I'll say this. I will say this though. Travis, to me, he translates. I do believe Travis translates very well. I just would have liked to see Shedeur go against some top level defenses to really see what he can do, because when he went against the Pac-12 and they were kind of on that rebound year or whatever, you could kind of see what it was. Because I look at it like this. The Nebraska game kind of really exposed Colorado for what they were. If you're getting beat like that by one of the worst teams in the Big Ten, I couldn't imagine you playing in the Big Ten. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of my little gripes with it. But as they say in football, you can only play the schedule that's in front of you. And they've done pretty darn well, even though they look bad against North Dakota State, even though they look bad against Baylor, even though they look bad against Kansas State, even though they look bad against Kansas. They have done pretty well for what they have. But I agree with you. I do agree with you. So, yeah.
Hey, Scotty, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from the southeastern part of the United States. Down here where I'm from, we don't duck smoke. We don't run away from competition, man. I felt like he ran from competition when he followed his daddy to Jackson State. I feel like Travis ran from competition when he went to Jackson State. I feel like when they transferred to Colorado, they ran from competition. Can't nobody tell me that these boys did not run from competition. Now, I can understand, they daddy, I want to be on my daddy team. I want to help my daddy get her. That's all good and well. But dog, when people judge you and people be critical of you because you ain't playing against nobody, don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Don't get butthurt when you Tarzan lining up against Jane. It don't work like that, man. It don't work like that. I want to see. That's why I hope so much. I really wanted to see them boys in the playoffs, because then we can measure them against somebody, man. But we can't measure them boys against nobody in the Big 12, man. We can't. It's three kinds of football in this world, Scotty. It's the NFC, it's the AFC, and it's the SEC. That Big 10 crap don't matter. The Big 12 don't matter, man. The SEC should get 6 teams in the playoffs, but they not. For politics, man, this is an equal opportunity playoff. It shouldn't be like this, man. It shouldn't. Now I know I done got off this HBCU stuff. You know what I'm saying? I done went to my Power 4, man.
Hold on. But think about this. Georgia State beat an SEC team. Vanderbilt lost to a non-SEC team. And Vanderbilt beat Alabama. Who else? I mean, like there was a lot of SEC got their ass whooped out of conference now.
Right.
Let's not play this game. They got their ass whooped out of conference.
This has been a lackluster out of conference year. But I can tell you though, week in and week out, man. Week in and week out, man, you can get beat by anybody in this league, man. And I'm not seeing that out of nobody else. I ain't seen it in the Big 10. I ain't seen it in the Big 12. I ain't seen it in nothing. But I see it in the SEC. It's a lot of parity in this league, and I wish it was parity like this in 2008 through 2011, because we damn sure got our ass beat by Jacksonville State my senior year. But it is what it is, man. It happened.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, Peasy, and whoever your team is, tell them to line up. If they ain't trying to line up, man, I don't want to hear none of that, man. You know where the dog's at. We don't come for the bands around here. We don't come for the fifth quarter. You know what I'm saying? We don't come for that around here, man. Your ass better play. But hey, man, Scotty, I love the show. I love talking to you. I love seeing your maturation process in this game. Keep busting these folks' heads, man.
All right,
I'm
gonna come into the PWI space in a little bit, so I'll be over there in a little bit.
We ready. The grow ready for you.
Hey, appreciate you, Chris, man. Appreciate the call. That was funny. I needed that laugh. Rocky, coming to you. Fam UKJ, I see you, in 8572. I see you as well.
Hey, Scotty, talking about delusional. You're going to be overwhelmed with delusional over there, bro. Because they are crazy. Right?
Man.
Crazy. He talking about 6 teams from the SEC should go to the playoffs in case one of them win the championship. Anyway. Here's my point, Scott, and this is what I was talking about when I was talking about the sports story aspect of it, right? I think all of it factors, because there's an aspect of it that me and you talked about a number. Riyadh, we talked about football. What is Deion as a coach without Shedeur?
We will see that next year.
You know what I'm saying? Like we'll see it.
It's part of the story as well. It is part of the story as well. Yeah.
And so that's all I'm saying. I'm 54 years old. I don't watch a lot of sports in my lifetime.
It's a very symbiotic relationship.
These 4 years of watching Deion, Shedeur, Travis, Shiloh, Bucky, the fatherly aspect of it, the transformation of not only Jackson State but Colorado, man, it's been one hell of a story, bro. And I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this in sports in my lifetime. You know, maybe I got a certain connection to it because they all black. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's a great story. And here's the crazy thing, Scotty, and you touched on it just a little bit. Without everything, none of it turns out the way it does. Travis Dutt in the player he is. Shedeur in the quarterback he is. Shiloh is probably a special teams player. You understand? Bucky's still trying to be a rapper and a clothing designer. You understand what I'm saying? Like, none of this.
I mean, listen, it's a. I get what you're saying in the aspect of just of black excellence. It's a dope story. It's a dope story of black excellence, right? Like, you know, of a black man being able to put his kids in position to where he's elevated all his children, right? Well, except his daughter, but you know, even though she got, you know, be honest, I mean, she got scholarship to go to, you know, Alabama A&M because she's a Sanders, right? And she can play. So I mean, I get you. I get you. And I think that's a great point when you said this, you know, the symbiotic relationship between his dad and Shedeur, like they both work together. It's yin and yang, right? Like what Shedeur couldn't do, his dad stepped in and did, and what his dad couldn't do, Shedeur steps in and do, right? So it's a very symbiotic relationship. Yeah, I get you on that.
And I just want to make this last point, because Shedeur plays the quarterback position in a way that a lot of other black quarterbacks had been able to play, right? And what I see in this story, and this is what I think is where he's been given privilege in this regard. As a passer, a person who orchestrates the offense, things of that nature, black quarterbacks usually aren't given that opportunity to do so without extraordinary athletic ability, right? And we all know Shedeur doesn't have extraordinary athletic ability. He's quite average when you talk about athletic ability, but he was given the platform to develop as a quarterback, and I think that was done solely because of his father. Because I think if he struggles in practice or if he struggles in games, he's an easy kind of player that you could bring in another guy and replace. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Like he's a guy that
absolutely
you could easily either recruit another guy, bring another guy in.
Who's just more athletic than him. Yeah, absolutely.
He's never played with that kind of. He was allowed to fully develop without the fear of an opportunity being taken away from him. That's what is going to be the challenge in the NFL, because he's never going to be in a situation as comfortable as he was as a player at the next level? And can he play with the pressure of somebody in practice, somebody on the same team that's just as capable as he is? What is he when that's on full display? Can he deal with that? Because he knew at 12 o'clock on Saturday he was going out there
no matter what.
The
last thing I'll say is this: when he's probably gonna be a top 10 pick, top 5 probably. Yeah. You get more leeway than most players, right? Because they want you to work out. The Daniel Jones situation is a complete anomaly where you release, like he just wants to be released because he doesn't like the demotion or whatever. But most guys at the top 5, top 10 pick, they get multiple chances to get it right. You know what I'm saying? The Baker Mayfields of the world, the who else? Who was a top pick that got, Ryan Leaf with his trouble issues or whatever, right? Like they're going to give you multiple chances to get it right. And it's just up to you if you
gotta produce somebody.
That's not always the case. No, that's not always the case. People think they can fix you. Like if you go to a team and it doesn't work out, like Bryce Young, Sam Darnold, thank you, Sam Darnold, Bryce Young. Like if Bryce Young don't work out in these next couple of years, Panthers are going to let him go, and then another team's going to come and try to scoop him up and say, hey, he can work for us. He can do it with us, right? So that's just how the NFL.
Though. You're not doing that without college. Like your daddy ain't the coach. Your daddy's not going to send you out at 12 o'clock every Saturday like he knew he was going out in college and in high school. Like that's not the situation. They'll yank your ass in the pros. They don't have that same allegiance to you the way his father had to him, in my opinion. That's just, like I said, that's my opinion. The situation with Shedeur that he's going to go into, he's going to have to produce. He's going to have to put up numbers. He's going to have to be a player, regardless of what his father thinks about it at this point. He's going to have to produce for someone else. Can he do that? And that's the question.
We shall see. We shall see. But, hey, man, as always, Rocky, appreciate the call.
All right.
Fam UKJ, coming to you.
All right, what's up, Scotty?
What's up, man?
Hope everything is going well with you, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thanks,
hey,
sir.
let me get your opinion on this, man. Say, for example, you're head of the one of the bowl selection committee. Do you risk going after a Colorado, and there's a strong possibility that Travis doesn't play, Shedeur doesn't play, Shiloh doesn't play, and now all the attention that would normally come to you, sell out tickets or whatever, that's gone because, again, after what happened last weekend with the 30 hit on Shedeur, guy hitting at his knees, it's rare that these guys go, if they know they're going into the draft, they're going to risk playing that last game. So are they really an attractive team to put into a bowl with those stars not playing?
Absolutely. Because listen, TV is about drama, right? So if they get drugged by 40 or 45, people gonna look. I'm gonna be there watching it. Okay, like it don't matter. See, I think you got in the TV world, there is no, like, for the Florida State and Georgia game, that was just a bad look, right? Because it's like there is no other side of it other than you proving the point that people said you shouldn't have been there, right? But for Colorado, there's a drama to it, right? It's where like if Colorado gets into a bowl game, they have the drama of maybe winning that bowl game, right? And winning a bowl game, and they haven't won a bowl game in quite some time, right? Or you have the drama side of getting mollywopped, which people are going to love to see how Deion coaches through that adversity, right? So it's one of those situations to where there is no lose. There is no lose. It's a win-win on both sides. Because if Deion's still there and he's still coaching, I'm picking that bowl game up, absolutely, because I want to hear the post-game press conference if you get beat by 30, if you get beat by 40 without Shedeur, right? I want to, or if you win with Shedeur and Travis, I want that post-game. There's no lose in that situation. It's just wins,
Okay. All right. Just want to hear your thoughts on that.
Hey, appreciate the call, brother. Yeah, man.
All right.
Now, listen, if Deion gone and Shedeur and them gone, it's no point to put that game on television. Absolutely no reason. If Prime steps down tomorrow, it ain't no point to show that game. But you want the drama of Colorado. It's not even about the wins or losses. It's just the drama of it, because you're gonna have people that hate him and want to watch, like me, and you're gonna have people who love him and want to watch, like Rocky. So just simple. 8572 coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty?
What's good?
You know, man, I wouldn't, people say people ducking. People go what's best for them and for their opportunity. I wouldn't call that ducking. My man talking about the Southeastern Conference. Last time I checked, man, somebody in the Southeastern Conference got drugged in the Rose Bowl, man, and you saw the physicality in that game. You saw Melrose. He couldn't do nothing but go into the Heineck maneuver. So, I get it, man. I know them down south cats feel that way, but the last time I checked, the Southeastern Conference, that guy that y'all talk about, Saban, decided to give it up after that game. So it is what it is. But to say that the dudes are not talented, I think that's disrespectful, man, because at the end of the day, football is one of the most physicality games there is. You got to put your hands on somebody. It's not like basketball that you got to be able to shoot. You got to be able to dribble the ball. Football, you put your hands on people. So, I get it. You feel a certain kind of way because you felt, but think about it. America's been built on nepotism. I mean, people who own companies, who they put at the head of their company. They don't put somebody else. They put their kids at the head of their company. So, if people are upset at what Deion did for his son, Archie told people, look, man, my son ain't going to San Diego. And I thought that was crazy back in the day, didn't you?
I think everybody did. I think everybody.
Man,
yeah. He was like,
think
my
about
son.
it.
My son not going. Yeah.
He let his son go to Indianapolis. But when it came to Archie, he was like, no, we're not going to San Diego. So you need to trade out that pick and you need to send him to New York.
Listen, and people say this all the time, what's the point of having power and leverage without using it? You know what I'm saying? If you have the power and you have the leverage, use it. And that's what that's what most powerful white men and black people do. Mostly white men, but you know what I'm saying? If you have the power and the privilege, use it. And what I have to always check myself about is I can't get mad at the privilege that Shedeur is in. I can never get mad at that because he didn't ask to be there. He's a supplement of what his dad, you know what I'm saying? He didn't ask to be born to his dad. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the life he's grown into, and that's the life he has, right? So you can't get mad at the privilege. It's just understanding that there are certain circumstances that he wouldn't have been in without that privilege, but he has it, and that's just his blessing, that's his gift and his curse, right? Because of the spotlight.
Yeah,
and it's the same
put
thing.
It like this,
though.
Put it like this, Scotty. You've been critical, but you also seen where he has shine. This is how I look at it. He wanted to put his son in the best opportunity to make it to the league. Now, granted, he's not a scrambler. He's more of a pocket passer. He kind of reminds me of Aaron. I want to say that guy. Who the guy that played for New Orleans? Somebody in the chat said his name. I cannot call his name from the VA area, man.
You talking about the quarterback from the old Saints?
Yeah, the black quarterback. He's a black quarterback.
With
he played
Joe
for
Horn?
New Orleans back in the day.
With Joe Horn, he played with Joe Horn, right?
Yeah, Joe Horn. I cannot think of that guy's name because Vince, because all the cats in VA always talk about him. If you ever hear like Mike Vick talk about him, man, I cannot call
Aaron
his name.
Brooks.
But that's
Aaron
who
Brooks. Yeah, thanks,
that's
chat.
who you meant. Aaron Brooks. That's who Shedeur remind me of. Because Aaron Brooks really wasn't a runner. He was more of a pocket passer. Think about it. He brought Shermer to really work with his son because he wanted to give him opportunity. Y'all right. But think about it. Most college teams ain't really running NFL systems. They ain't really having a guy. But I think the only downfall that Shedeur may have is that he wasn't under center a lot. I do, but the NFL getting away from that. So it all depends. My thing is, I get it. People may not like the way Deion do it, but Deion is one of the biggest marketers ever, man. And he marketed his son into an opportunity that most people, let's be honest with ourselves, we wish our father had that kind of opportunity for us. You know what I'm saying? Because you remember the kids back in the day, man, wish their parents pushed them a little bit more in sports.
Absolutely.
But they didn't have that. They didn't have nobody to show them the ropes and stuff. The difference between Shedeur, his father showed him the ropes. Now, do we agree with it? No, we may not always agree with it, but don't think that these kids don't have some ability. Because if they have no ability, they'd be, think about it. Shiloh, to me, Shiloh, he's okay, but he ain't as good as his brother Shedeur. So, I'm just throwing that out there, man. Love the show, man. Keep it up, Scotty.
Hey, appreciate it,
Be
bro.
blessed.
Oh man, old Miss Chris called back in. He said you ain't taking that sitting down. What's up?
I Scotty, you know, you know I call back now. You know, this ain't my first time calling back now. You know I call back on. But listen here, but yo B, yo son, partner that just called here. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man, about the SEC stuff. You might have got us in the Rose Bowl one time. You might have won. That's cool. Every dog has his day. But at the end of the day, man, do it consistently. Do it consecutively. Have you done it? No. So don't even say nothing about that, man. We ain't lining up in team talking about playing football down here, man. We come out here barefoot in the street. So, hey, say what you want to say. Also, Scotty, let me tell you, this is what college football is gonna be in a couple years, man. It's gonna be the SEC and the Big Ten squaring off in the playoffs. We don't need no little charity cases, power group of 5 team trying to get in, man. We want dogs on dogs, man. We want dogs on dogs. And listen, if Buddy think Michigan can come down here and do something this year, you can't. Not next year, with the number 1 quarterback he got from Detroit, he ain't gonna do nothing. He don't even want to be there. He just went there because he got a family to feed. He really want to be at LSU, yeah, me. But I would have took the $10 million too.
I think
it was
12. I think it was 12.
12?
Yeah, I think it was 12.
Yeah, man, shit. Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But look, though, at the end, I'm going to say that one more time. I'm going to say that one more time for all the bad geeks in here, man. It's the NFC, it's the AFC, and it's the SEC. Now, toot your horn and dance to that. I'm going to holler at you, man.
Appreciate it. Oh, man, 8572, come back. Boy,
hey, Scotty, listen, man. I don't know my man. He don't know me, man. But put it like this, brother. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna argue. Everybody know what happened at Michigan. That whole fiasco, Harbaugh kind of got tipped off, and didn't like how the war manual played him. The athletic director, so he decided to leave. He really didn't want to leave. Most people don't realize that, but him and the athletic director, they kind of didn't see eye to eye, man. So they had to make that move. So that's the reason why Harbaugh didn't really go hard. But don't think that the paint wasn't going to be right, man. But it's going to get back together. I'm going to tell you this now, man. When the last time LSU won anything?
That's facts.
Brian Kemp.
That's facts. That's
so
facts.
I'm going to leave it at that. Hey, tell your man holler at me next time. I'm out.
Oh, but hey, that's facts. That is true though. But I mean, Georgia's been. Hey, what's up, old Miss Chris?
Hey, Scotty. He must ain't get the memo up though, man. They trying to get Brian Taylor out of there as we speak, man.
Turn your background down. Turn your background down.
Yeah, they trying to get him out of there right now. They don't want him in there. They done with him. And to be honest, Lane Kiffin got one more year getting $20 million in NIL before his ass gone. So I mean, hey man.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, Lane might. Somebody gonna scoop Lane
up.
He
got to, cause he getting too much money, man. The NIL is pouring in, not only from these white folks, but from black folks too, man. And you know, folks ain't finna just keep giving them their money, man. And you know, he giving us, 9-3 or whatever, on a blockbuster year as far as NIL wise.
Bro,
but,
hold on, talk about. Let's not act like Ole Miss been this juggernaut. And Lane Kiffin rebuilt y'all. So how you gonna act like 9-3 is not bad for Ole Miss?
What? No, Scotty, we ain't compete. We ain't trying to be we trying to be SEC champions and national champion, man. We get real money in here to do this, man. You know how much we paying Watson Nolan? You know how much we paying Jackson Dart? You know how much we paying Trey Harris? We paying two of them more money than majority of these schools that be on your stuff pay in their whole athletic budget. So we ain't trying to, nah, man. They gonna have to win, bro. They gonna have to win right now, or else, Lane Kiffin can go down to Jackson State and be old boy offensive coordinator. Cause that damn show where he headed. You better be in the playoffs,
bro.
You better be in the playoffs next year, and we better contend for it all, get to it all. That's all I got to say about it.
Hold on, Chris. Listen, if you get rid of Lane Kiffin, you act like Ole Miss is just this job that everybody's running to, which is not true, which is very much not true. And then if Lane Kiffin go, I wouldn't be surprised if Lane Kiffin goes to Auburn, and he rebuilt Auburn to a contender. Because listen, I don't know everything about the SEC, but I know Ole Miss ain't been shit since Eli. Oh no, I'm sorry. Ole Miss ain't been shit since AJ Brown and McCaff been there. Since they left, Ole Miss ain't been nothing.
Nah, Scotty, see, you missing the point. It ain't about what we did in the past. It's about the money that's circulating, that's getting generated in now. You getting the money to bring the players. Those players got to transfer to win. We top 5 in NIL. This ain't no mom and pop operation, man. You getting the money to get the players. Now you got to coach the players up to win the game. That's just what it is.
I get that, which they've done a good job. You're going to be in the college football playoff, if I'm not mistaken. Are you not?
No, we not. We not this year, man. That's the problem right there. That's the problem.
That loss to Florida kicked y'all out?
Yes.
Damn, that's tough. That's tough.
Yes. Now you tell me, does SMU belong? Or does Indiana belong? Hell no. They don't.
Dang, that's tough.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm heated, and I'm on 10, man. I'm on 10, bro. But hopefully we can knock this Egg Bowl out today and try to get some kind of something. For real, do you understand? Do you feel the pain in my voice, man?
I can hear it. I can hear it.
I'm hurt. I've been hurt since last Saturday, man. I ain't even had no good Thanksgiving because of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurt. I want to win, man. We want to win, but we've been down too long. Man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? And I actually gave to the Grove Collective last year. I feel like this. I may well send my $5,000 to Jackson State here. They win.
You sent them $5,000?
I sent them 5 bands, Scotty. I sent them 5 bands.
And this how they do you? And this how they do you?
This how they do me. Hey, it hurt, dog. Pissed me off. Took off the whole month of December because I know we going to the playoffs. Crazy.
Boy, that's tough. Oh man, I'd have been sick. Boy, I'd have been sick.
It's tough, man. Hey, but Jackson State, I'll be giving you a donation. I see where you headed. For sure, man. But hey, I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. Boy, you stupid.
Yeah.
All right. That boy funny. That boy is funny. Look, that's 5 bands. And I need my money back. I ain't playing that game. That's too rich for my blood. I'm gonna need all my funds back. If I give you 5 bands, I need a guaranteed championship and I need a replica ring. I need a replica ring. Because that money different. That's some different type of money right there. 5 bands at an HBCU, you on the field. If I give a school 5 bands, I'm on the field with my check. Nah. That's too rich for my blood. That is too rich for my blood. Hey, man, we about to get up out of here, man. Appreciate everybody for calling in, man. Chris and my other caller, man. Boy, y'all, that was funny. I needed that laugh. Listen, make sure y'all go tune into the FAMU game, Egg Bowl, Colorado, all that. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.